All right, we're back, True Seeker. It is October 6th, 2022. Every year it's a fateful day. 2 years ago it was Van Halen. But the reason it's always a fateful day on this day is because it's the day leaving 86 days left in the year. And of course, getting 86th means to get rid of. And once upon a time it was Hiroshima on the date August 6th. Of course, that's another 8-6 date. This year, the United Nations was putting out a warning about the nuclear threat of Russia on 8-6. But here we are now on October 6th, the day leaving 86 days left in the year. If you're new here, Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, phrases like human sacrifice and blood sacrifice, both of them equal 86. Again, human sacrifice equates to 86. Blood sacrifice equates to 86. Today, the day leaving 86 days left in the year. And you know, it's the beginning of the school year, right? And this story in Thailand, it's all in our news today. So you can just imagine the fears it's implanting in the millions of minds, especially the moms who are dropping their children off at school this morning. A massacre at a child care center in Thailand. When I left this morning, it said at least 36 dead. At least 36. And October is the only month using the Sumerian cipher that has Gematria 666. No other month has a connection to 666, just October. But of course, 666 is the 36th triangular number. The other thing about October, if you're new here, Gematria, there's a few ways to calculate words. It's the alphabetic order. It's the alphabetic order with numerology. It's things like Sumerian Gematria, multiplying the alphabetic order times 6. But October, it's the only month that also equates to 33. And so do words like police. Thailand, where it happened, equals 33. So does secrecy, order, federal. All these things are 33. And the story I read this morning said the man responsible for the massacre is I think they said former police officer. Former police officer. So if you guys ever move to Washington, try not to move to Sunnyside. It smells like cow manure everywhere here. So anyway, it stinks. But yeah, it's just, you know, you guys, I've been educated about October 6th and 86 for so many straight years now. And every year we're saying, look out for that day. There's always something terrible on that day. And the thing about it this year is it also has a 38 date numerology on top. 10 plus 6 plus 22, 38. If you're new here, death equals 38. Murder's 38. Killing's 38. RIP's 38. Again, you look up the movie poster, Murder by Numbers. They code the 38 right on the cover. And that, because it's a date with a lesser numerology of 38, it's also a date with a numerology of 58. 10 plus 6 plus 20 plus 22. And I actually didn't even see where it happened in Thailand. I saw a CNN story that said it was out of Bangkok, Thailand. So I'm not sure if it was in Bangkok. But if it was in Bangkok, Thailand does equal 58. And so does Freemasonry and secret society and fraternal. And again, they said the shooter was a former police officer. It's a reminder the band The Police did the song Murder by Numbers, where killing's the sport of the elite. It's as simple as ABC 1, 2, 3. And, you know, I've been making the same point all these years about how often the former shooters are former military or former police. I mean, it's a very common detail in these mass shooting stories. Or the child's related to someone who's military or police. And again, it's the authorities that have the vested interest in keeping us afraid. And the reason why is because what are they always promoting themselves as? Our protectors, the ones who keep us safe. And again, I mean, government is dependent on that fear in the people because they use that fear to always bring about the next set of taxes or the next set of new laws or regulations or to take away these rights and liberties. It's the same game worldwide. I mean, you look at Thailand's flag, it's got the same red, white, and blue like the USA. Again, it's the New World Order. The sun never sets on Britain. Wonder who the first nation was with the red, white, and blue flag. Was it Britain? But yeah, again, just familiar patterns, you guys. October 6th, the day leaving 86 days left in the year. I mean, just watch. If you're still around next year, you'll see it'll be another tragedy on October 6th. And the day's young. I mean, I won't be surprised if by the end of the day another celebrity's kicked the bucket. The other thing I saw this morning is supposedly Russia destroyed a town in Ukraine with missiles. More destruction. It's kind of, again, like Hiroshima 8/6. But yeah, again, like I said, today's got 58 numerology, Freemasonry, secret society, Solomon's Temple, tracing board, all those things equal 58. Again, if you're not familiar with Freemasonry, their secrets are based in Solomon's Temple. You got to do the tracing boards. 58's a big special number with them. And again, on their temples, it's etched, all is number. All is number. So anyhow, tell you what though, gas is a little bit cheaper in this town than Yakima right now. It's over $5 a gallon, but you would think gas would be cheaper on the West Coast. All the drilling they do in the ocean out here, and I don't understand why we're so much more than the East Coast. Economies of scale, maybe, but gas is ridiculous out here. I don't know how all these farmers can even afford it. I'm sure they can't. Again, this area I live in, it's all agricultural town. A lot of Mexicans, a lot of people that work hard, work in the fields all year. And again, the average income very low. So, I mean, these gas prices just got to drain. They got to be choosing between, eating and filling up the car with gas. And that's what they want. That's what they want for more and more. Just on a totally unrelated note, Sweet Lady was telling me that one of her coworkers is quitting their job because then at her rate of pay as a technician at the pharmacy, then she doesn't qualify for her government supplements for her children and whatever other payment. And, just hearing that this morning kind of answers my question about where everybody is and why they're not working. This woman who has children, she makes more right now from the government than she does from her job. So there's no incentive to work. So she's going to quit her job and just, because I guess based on her income as a technician, it cancels out her government benefits or payments. And again, I mean, that's the problem with the welfare state. If you create more incentive to stay home and not work, then nobody works. And again, I mean, there has to be a balance. You don't want everybody like slaving away and Big Brother's collecting a huge sum of your check. But at the same time, you don't want everybody living on the government benefit programs. It's just, it shouldn't be this hard to balance out things. But yeah, just Sweet Lady was talking about that this morning, and I said, yeah, I think that's going on with a lot of people, because you got to figure out why no one's working anymore. Nobody is working anymore. But yeah, I didn't catch the other headlines today. But again, you guys, October 6th. And who's hosting Thursday Night Football? Just talking about everything being done by the numbers. The Broncos host Thursday Night Football tonight. What's Broncos equal? 86. On the day leaving 86 days left in the year, you got the Broncos hosting the game. Like I say, you learn this knowledge from the news to the sports every day. It all lines up. The same stuff coming through the screens that's programming the minds of the masses. It's all being executed by the ritualistic code. And again, for deciphering between what's organic and what's not, if you make a daily schedule for the week, let's say you meal plan, you write out all 7 meals you're going to make for the week. Are all 7 meals going to line up by the numbers for the days of the week you wrote out for what you want to eat? In all likelihood, no. You'd be lucky if even one meal lined up with the day by the numbers. You know what I mean? Like the gematria of the meal you're eating matches with the numbers. You'd be lucky if 1 out of the 7 days. But again, in the news media, Every day, everything is just lining up perfect every single day. And they're saying back to your regularly scheduled programming. And we live in this world of computers where how do you program computers? Ones and zeros. It all comes back to numbers. All is numbers. So, got a semi here merging on the freeway at like 10 miles per hour. It must have a light load. He's speeding up though. But yeah, just another day of doing all the moving stuff. And again, I got a real dilemma here because this area we've moved to, it's not plumbed for internet. And I'm waiting for the company to get back to me on when they think there's going to be an internet connection out here. The good news is there is a library in town and they do have computers and internet there. But I can't really do video presentations in there. So until I figure out what to do about the internet, to this Elon Musk link, but all the reviews are very frustrating. I mean, what kind of company doesn't have a phone number? This Starlink internet company that charges all this money has no customer service phone number? I mean, that's just like, come on, man. But from reading online, all sorts of people have said that, yo, I put down my big expensive deposit 6 months ago and I still haven't heard back from the company. So, I mean, anyway, I'll figure out what to do about the internet, but like I said, I can still, I have a cell phone connection, so I can stream through my cell phone these types of streams, and it might be this way for a few months. I might do like my blog post at the library and then do a little video presentation with just the camera on me, but yeah, we'll have to figure out some kind of workaround. That's how we got an internet connection out here. So, unless I can get this Starlink thing hooked up, but I'm not signing up for Starlink unless I get some kind of customer service to talk to. It's just an unbelievable company and charge all this money and not have a phone line? What? A phone number to call? Is this how Elon Musk has become one of the richest people in the world, just being a straight hustler? And for Starlink, you have to put down $600 in your first, which is like it's like $115 per month, so you got to just cough up $700 and some dollars, and then you might not hear from them from 6-7 months. I mean, come on. So I guess that's how you become a billionaire. Just have everybody pay you $700 and give them absolutely nothing and have no way to contact you. But yeah, it was hard to imagine that I'd run into this scenario in 2022. High-speed internet's been out for what, 20-some years? Fiber optic lines all over the place for a long time, but this little tiny little farming town, not quite yet. So anyway, we also must have a fire out here somewhere today because the air is all smoke. The fourth straight year of just a lot of smoke in the sky throughout the summertime. However, it wasn't as bad as, God, was it? It was last year. Last year was awful. Last year it was like over a month. Like you couldn't even see the sky because it was just nothing but smoke. Nothing but smoke. And it had a definite impact on my mood and attitude. I'm sure it was true for everybody. But yeah, there's been a lot more forest fires, or whatever they're doing. I don't have any kind of chat going. I don't know if you guys are in the chat, but I haven't seen a single comment the whole time I'm on here. It does say there's 100 and some people in here. 160 or something it says. So yeah, if there's anything else tragic in the headlines, again, if you guys got here late, it is October 6th, the day leaving 86 days left in the year. 86 is that deadly number. Every year on this day, I'm a broken record. I'm on here talking about the latest tragedy. And it's funny, when I first turned on the car this morning to start the little road trip to Sweet Lady's new work, the first song on the radio was Van Halen right now. And I thought, how appropriate. Van Halen. It was his death 2 years ago on this day. Remember, he invented the tapping sound on guitar. And the word tapping equals 106. Ends up dying on 10/6. Again, the day leaving 86 days left in the year. In addition to blood sacrifice and human sacrifice equaling 86. So does guitar. Of course, Van Halen, guitar. Shout out to Jeff Young. I saw Jeff Young, he had some post the other day or week, and he mentioned Van Halen, and it sounded like Jeff Young gave big props to Van Halen. It sounded like he said Van Halen was the greatest guitar player ever. Is that right, Jeff? I gotta confirm that from Jeff. Is Van Halen the greatest guitarist ever? I don't want to sound like a hater. I never really liked the Van Halen band, but Jeff's got a lot more of a musical ear than I do. And, of course, he is an amazing guitar player himself. And maybe that's what I'll do if I can't get the internet out here. I'll learn to play guitar. Jeff Young and I can have a guitar battle. That'll be a certain loss for me, but it would be nice to get more musical. I feel like that's what I have to do. I have to figure out how to become an entertainer. I have to learn how to become an entertainer to get this work to go where it needs to go. Or somebody who is an entertainer needs to come along and help us out, because people really value entertainment about 10,000 more times than they do knowledge and information. So, anyhow, we are getting close to the destination here. A little bit more unpacking stuff. And then today we're getting our appliance delivery. And, you know, these stores, they give you a 4-hour window for when the delivery could come. So hopefully they come at the beginning of it. But I'll probably be sitting around waiting for the appliances. And the other song I heard the other day that inspired me was Smoke 2 Joints in the Morning, so I might have brought some of those along for the wait today. But yeah, I'm sure I will, in the time I'll be killing here, I will be reading some articles and presenting some more on the tragedies of October 6th and whatever else they got going on. And again, for all the football people, I did put up the notes for Thursday night football. And the college football notes, I might have forgot to post those. I'm not crazy about college football this week. However, it is interesting that this Saturday, the day of the college football games, it's the 281st day of the year, which is the 60th prime number, and it's also a date with 60 numerology. So there are a lot of teams that can become 6-0 in college football. There's a few coaches that can pick up their 60th win. So for all you guys who decode sports, college football this weekend, the magic number might be 60. You got to be careful, though. There's some games where, like, a team can become 6-0, but the opposing coach can also get the 60th win. So usually when you have a 60 versus 6-0, that 60 is the stronger number. And yeah, so anyway, I will get all the football stuff done before the games start, but been running a little bit late this week. Yeah, it's crazy how much smoke's in the sky today. It's ugly out here with all this smoke. You guys can even see it in the camera. I mean, look at the sky. Looks like I don't know. Looks like I'm somewhere not very nice, but yeah, we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. And by the way, the other day when I got here and I hopped off real quick, it's because there were a bunch of people just standing in front of the house, and I was like, why are they here? But yeah, so anyway, we'll leave it there for now, and I'll be back soon. I got lots of time to hang around while they bring the appliances today. All right, True Seeker, until next time.